Hello, this is John McKinney. This is the final video journal of the class, Ideas and Issues, and I apologize that it's late. Forgive me, it's been a difficult few days. But this article is on cultural influence and opportunity for the church, of course, written by Gabe Lyons. And what I like about this article is that it's kind of Gabe's what behind the why. He talks a whole lot about Chuck Colson and Nancy Pearcey's How Now Shall We Live. I own that book. I have not read the entire thing, all 600 pages of it. But there's obviously a few quotes from the book. I'll mention those very briefly. But one of the staggering facts and realities is that Christianity has gained more conversions in America over the last 200 years than any other faith. However, at the same time has lost cultural influence despite its rapid conversion and growth. We are losing ground. And so that's an odd fact, and one, of course, that we've been studying this entire class to understand the issue and how we can remedy that. And he quotes Henry Blackaby in Experiencing God and says that we are to watch where God is at work and to join him. And I think that is very much the theme of what we've been seeing in things like Lord Save Us From Your Followers, and not only the writers of these books that we've been reading, but also the producers of these videos that we've been watching. And so one of just the end of one of the quotes from Pearcey and Colson is that as agents of God's common grace, we, the church, are called to help sustain and renew his creation, uphold the created institutions of family and society, to pursue science and scholarship, to create works of art and beauty, and to heal and help those suffering from the results of the fall. A little bit of a social justice quote at the end of that, which is fine. And again, just echoing what we've been reading and hearing so many brilliant Christian thinkers, Keller and N.T. Wright and others, Gabe, of course, saying, all really saying the same thing to, as Christians go out, well, first we have to be educated, to pursue science and scholarship, art, beauty, and to help those who are suffering as a result from the fall. So, of course, Gabe goes on a little bit about clearly his pet peeve, which is just being Christians who think we're getting a free pass to heaven, a little fire insurance, and going to just bring everybody else with us as quickly as we can, and not really entering into the broader dialogue about life, justice, and the here and now, and how do we bring heaven to earth? How, as we pray in the Lord's Prayer, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That obviously doesn't just happen. It is a consistent effort to choose the things of God and not of earth and of flesh. Of course, the Christian battle from the beginning. And then he quotes John Stott from Basic Christianity, which reminds me very much of Augustine's City of God, City of Man. He says, John Stott says, we find ourselves citizens of two kingdoms, one earthly and one heavenly. Each citizenship lay upon us duties which we are not at liberty to evade. That is so well said. That's something that I've thought about often, and thinking about Augustine's City of Man, City of God, one leg in each. Our entire lives as believers, trying to understand and fulfill the duties of our earthly, fleshly, humanly obligations, and then of course one leg in the city of God as citizens of heaven. And it's just well said by John Stott. I love how he puts that. And then at the end of the article, Gabe pretty much gives us 5 things that we can do to move in the right direction. Number 1, explore and embrace the cultural mandate to educate ourselves on the whole gospel. So not just the 2, fall and redemption in the middle, but creation and restoration at the bookends. Number 2, teach about calling and cultural influence, inspire people within our churches to discover their callings. This is where I live, to discover their callings and to fulfill their callings and pursue them with excellence. And that's the worship of work, not the worship of work, work as worship, and helping people understand their callings and connect to them and be equipped for them. And then connecting to our local community, looking for the good instead of being offended by darkness, to be provoked and to get involved, to get other people involved in the remedy. And number 5, to convene conversations about future culture. So initiate conversations about values in community. How we do this, getting outside of our churches, being in the public square, all things to explore. I think a lot of it is just going to art museums and movies and not just church functions. And of course, there's much more to say, but I'm out of time. And thank you so much for the entire class. This has been eye-opening and challenging and engaging, and I love the material. And I've loved the whole thing. So thanks so much.